crazy. But you know what? Y'all, I had them twisted in so long. My hair was about to dread. I had to hurry and get that stuff out of my hair. And yeah, I know I'm gonna hate it. I know I'm gonna hate dealing with this. But you know, I am blessed to have thick and beautiful hair. So, you know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, y'all. Anyway, I'm in here working on these beads, y'all. I am working with African turquoise. Exciting. Something different for the girls. Anyway, I'm coming here to really talk to one of many, if you can relate to this, um women who are stuck in abusive relationships or domestic violence relationships. Because girl, what are you doing? It is 2024, and the last time I remember, we were decentering men and reclaiming our times and loading ourselves with a lot of self-love and self-care. And I know you can't possibly do that sitting in that toxic and abusive relationship. So anyway, I wanted to kind of pour into you and give you space and a little word about how to build your strength up and build your self-love up to leave that toxic situation. Now, we want to start with acknowledging your strengths and accomplishments, right? Because a lot of times we feel weak. We fear what we think we're not capable of doing. Whether it be you believe that you financially need this man, whether you believe you fear being alone. Because trust me, y'all, I'm going to tell you right now, when your girl got out of the relationship, I was excited to be free. I was excited to be free. I went out here dating and I had no idea what I was doing. Not only did I not have any idea what I was doing, I didn't realize how broken I was. I didn't realize this till years later, y'all. Years later, after like I was drugged through the mud by these men. It was like crazy. I was like, oh no, like something has to change. And so I started healing. And like for the last 4 years, I've been celibate. I've been decentering men. And I promise you, I have never been happier. Now, does that mean I don't need a man or don't want a man? No. It just means that I am comfortable being patient until the right one who aligns with me finds me, right? And one of the things that I did to get in that space was to understand that I deserve love, I deserve respect, and I deserve kindness because that's what I want to give. And if I'm giving that and not getting it in return, then it's not the place I need to be. So I charge you to consider that. If you truly feel like you deserve happiness, if you deserve love, if you deserve respect, and if you deserve kindness, then you shouldn't be any place or wasting your time anywhere where you're not getting that. And if you think he's going to change, sis, I can tell you, and many other women can tell you, that he will not. He will not. I also want you to acknowledge your strength. A lot of times we think we don't have the strength to get through things that we definitely have the strength to get through. And leaving is one of them. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. It took me, I was a breadwinner. He was living in my house. So it wasn't me leaving. It was me putting him out. And when I tell you, I put him out and let him come back 7 times. Yes, on average, it takes 7 times. On average. And it took me 7 times. Y'all, I couldn't even believe it. I ain't even gonna hold you. I couldn't even believe it when I added it up and was talking to my sister about it. I was like, oh my God. Like, I really let this man come back 7 times. Now, don't get me wrong. Hey y'all, I tried to extend this time, right? I tried to be like, okay, the first time it was a month, the second time it was 3 to 5 months, the next time it was a year. Like, I extended it as if I was punishing him, right? And it's like, why am I punishing a grown man? I'm not trying to be his mother, right? So, and by the way, it didn't work. It didn't work. Every single time he came back, it was cool in the beginning, but it got back to the same old, same old, same old, right? The other thing you need to do is reaffirm yourself, right? I want you to, the affirmations, here's my trick with the affirmations, y'all. Because sometimes in the beginning, affirmations may feel a little stupid. It can get a little boring at times. So what I did to help with the affirmations is I created an affirmation playlist, right? So my playlist is songs that are going to be high vibrational and kind of like boost me up, right? And I'll play that on the way to work. I'll play that on the way home. I'll play it while I'm working out. I'll play it while I'm getting ready. And that's a way to kind of affirm myself without it feeling like such a task. And so I'm giving this homework assignment to whatever woman may be stuck in a situation and don't feel like she has the strength to get out. I want you to do two things. I want you to first write down all of your strengths and accomplishments. And I want you to revisit that every time you think you don't have the strength to do it. Now, I know it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It may take you a month. It may take you 2 months. I'm not going to tell you what your timeline is going to be. All I'm going to tell you is what you don't want to do is continue to remain in an environment that's going to be stagnant to your growth. You're not going to be able to focus clearly when it comes to your career, and you're not going to be happy. And the likelihood that any self-care is happening is probably slim to none. I guarantee you probably gained weight. I guarantee you haven't been keeping up with your appearance. I guarantee you haven't been eating the healthiest. Your career is probably in shambles. And you think that this is how life is, but it doesn't have to be. So, first, I want you to write those strengths down, and I want you to acknowledge your strengths and any accomplishments, small or large. Hey, beautiful. And then the next thing I want you to do is I want you to reaffirm your thoughts. So for everything that he says negative to you, I want you to write it down in a journal, and then I want you to write next to it an opposing, reaffirming thought that is positive for yourself. Because what I don't want you to do is get in a habit of taking all of those negative thoughts in. A lot of times we don't think that it's affecting us the way that it is, but it is. Trust me. I remember being told that I ain't shit, and I remember thinking you got me fucked up because I'm the breadwinner. But the reality is when I got out of that situation and I went out of here and dated, the reason why I ignored so many red flags was because deep down inside, that I ain't shit made me tolerate less than I deserved. So that, and then the second thing is affirmations. If you're comfortable just stating affirmations, I want you to look in the mirror and do this mirror exercise where you look yourself directly in the eyes and reaffirm those affirmations. Now, you can do this brushing your teeth. You can do this washing your face, your skincare. Or what I want you to do is create a playlist. If that doesn't feel comfortable to you, create a playlist, 3 to 5 songs. And I want you to play that either before you go to bed, when you work out, because you should be working out, or I want you to play it when you are in a car on the way to work, getting dressed, cooking, whatever, daily. 3 to 5 songs is all you need. And I want you to give yourself about 30 days to kind of pull it together and decide when you're going to start creating your exit strategy to get up out of that relationship. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. I am 4 years celibate. I've been out of my abusive relationship for about 10 years, y'all. Trust me. It took, I'll say 6 years. It took about 6 years of bullshit dating with these men where, like, I was just like, oh my God, like, this is crazy, this stuff that I was experiencing. But I realized a lot of it can't start it with me, because some of those men shouldn't have never had a chance to begin with. And so once I sat down and started healing, I'm really like even attracting a different type of man. I'm being told by friends, I'm being told by exes that, my vibrations are different. I'm glowing differently. And a lot of that contributes to just making small positive changes for myself. Every day I work out is a positive change, a positive decision I'm making to grow myself. And so you guys got your homework. I'm about to finish these beads. I just want to drop that word tonight before I go to bed because someone needs to hear it. And I remember having those sleepless nights, and I don't want another person to go through that. So until next time, love yourself, protect your energy, and deal with life's bullshit with grace and gratitude.